drop something then. You sit here, sir.
No, sir.
If you sit there, you see, I'll have to sit there. Then, no, I'll have to sit on a lower level than me. An unholy man. No, sir, I have to sit down.
Why did you come here? No.
Govinda. Devare, Devare, we'll use that first. People ask me why you are invoking God. I say it's a metaphor. All of them Jesus. You know also Jesus. Christian, but very interesting. Good Lord. Sir, Brahmachari ji. I'm here for another 5 days.
6, sir.
6. Today is what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 6 days. What do you know? And thank you very much. I appreciate what all you have done. And I thank you once again for what you have done well and well done. What familiar? Familiar look.
You assured me that something like this will happen. So you are confirming the familiar look, sir? Not exactly.
Why would you be interested in this? Why would you play with fire? Why you want to put on gloves? They are supplying. You want ice packs, you want comforters. You don't seem to understand. It's a fire. Not from here, from there, inside it will burn you. If you stop talking about moksha, liberation, freedom, selflessness, non-greed, and all that kind of rubbish, it will burn you. You don't want that. You can sit and discuss everlastingly. That which is not Sat is Asat, that which is not Asat is Sat. God knows what. On the banks of Ganges, you sit there and talk for hours and hours. Kindergarten stuff. Also, observer observed, there is neither the observer nor the observed. What idiotic nonsense. Perceiver, perceived, perception, pure perception. What for? How can there be any perception without the perceiver? You don't understand. Or witness. Oh boy, that's the worst. Deep sleep.
The peace that is perceived in Shushupti, sir.
I don't know anything about it. That peace destroys the Sushupti. Never will you talk of Sushupti. The peace. What is that biblical passage? The peace that passeth understanding. All states. Never will you talk of peace and describe that. If some joker does it, it's for making a living. You can be certain, fooling you.
Ramana Maharshi said this. He used to talk about.
He repeated what is there in your Upanishad.
And he said that joker is doing it for a living. I feel pinched. The man of this day, Ramana himself, used to say, the peace you feel in Sushupti is that of the soul. He always used to say.
If you use it as soul, you can be certain is a phony.
He talked about soul, of course.
Phony.
Of course, very much.
Phony.
was destroyed by Kavya.
Destroyed by Kavya. So how can that man be destroyed by Kavya?
Sanskrit term.
What for, sir? You don't need
The
Sanskrit.
Upanishadic language.
Sanskrit should go out of
Translate
us.
into.
Sanskrit language has done immense harm.
But even otherwise, Maharshi came down to the level of people and he started talking about Punerjanma now.
So, but why you are different? Why is he so important to you? He has done you no good at all, provided you with all this garbage.
He was my anchor till I met you.
Now you are,
He hasn't gone out of my system.
no, you are trying to, you will not go out of your system as long as you are trying to turn this into another anchor.
I am doing my best not to turn you into a or a crutch.
That goes,
Doing my best.
everything goes. That's why you are holding on to that. Ramana Maharshi said that, Sri Ramakrishna said that Upanishad said that.
Because we are my sort of vacuum, unable to understand. Because we are in a sort of vacuum, unable to understand what is
Where is
what.
the vacuum?
So we look for people like you.
I don't see any vacuum there as long as you are repeating that garbage, filling that with garbage. Whether it is Ramana Maharshi's shit or somebody else, what is that? Or shit. Sorry to use such strong words. Where is the vacuum you are talking about? Empty. Nothing there. You don't even realize how mechanically you are repeating all those words and saying. There is nobody who is repeating them. What's that?
Yes, sir. It should be.
That's all.
That's the kind of which starts only saying.
Like that girl who was imitating Madonna. What is her name? You were playing that?
Alicia Chinoy.
That's an
So it is all the more shocking. I am repeating after having known you for the past 2 years.
Exactly.
Still I am repeating.
That's what I'm saying. You
So-
there's not, you see, the only difference is you are trying to get hold of something that you can use. Except to repeat and then they become meaningless.
Use your tact, sir. Do something.
Sir, the only thing that you have is the investment in words.
Use the tact, sir.
Any wordsmith that you can find will take you for a ride. That is why you fall for that kind of thing. Or the interpreters of text. How can you publish whole volume on Astavakra Gita
We have no other goal.
and call yourself an enlightened man? I want to know. He destroys, he blasts everything enlightenment. You do 100 lectures on Astavakra and still call yourself an enlightened. How the hell you can justify that after reading that book, after interpreting that book?
But you yourself said that the flowering will be individualistic. There may some fellow who may
Don't use that
who may
word.
fancy to interpret somebody. You don't object to it.
You don't need any authority. When
No,
one-
he may just have the fancy of interpreting.
How can you? He cannot touch a dog spittle.
So that is his.
No.
The way he looks at it, that's not
He
his
may look at it, but
fancy.
he is not
You can't
fancy.
object to that.
He is not enlightened.
How can you
I can say
make a distinction like
by
this?
that definition in the book,
What definition?
that Astavakra Gita defines
Yes.
that there is no such thing as enlightenment at all. If you are using that book
There is no such thing as enlightenment.
at all,
Okay.
he brushes aside.
Okay.
Not said. There is nothing like enlightenment.
Ah.
An enlightened person cannot know that he is enlightened.
That's all he says. Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
So both go. He's trying
Such
to
a fellow may have taken fancy.
There is.
Hold on. There is no way of knowing that.
So because you are not ready to brush aside enlightenment, that's why you are making this very subtle distinction.
Yes.
Very subtle distinction you
Because I
are
am
making.
seeing you silently.
No, you still maintain that there is such a thing as enlightenment.
Because I am
That-
seeing you also.
That joker is not an enlightened man.
And
So
then
I am
he says,
saying,
after further, if one says he is enlightened, don't take him as a hope.
so,
So when I see you, I got to. It's all a confirmation of what Astavakra said.
no.
The suggested exists. It gives me another goal.
I am saying it doesn't exist.
He goes one step further.
It is also a word. That thing, understanding comes, then he vanishes, then to enlightenment to whom?
Yes. When he vanishes.
There is nobody there to be enlightened.
There is nothing, it is a bloody word that we go on using it. Nothing is there.
What do you want enlightenment?
Experience also.
Listen, sir. What do you want?
Experience.
What will you do with enlightenment? You can set up business, that's all. Nothing else is useless.
I don't want any enlightenment. Give me some intermediate stage, something higher. That please be happy with it.
You go to Jagatamurti and listen to all that crap.
He has already suggested you, don't play with the words and go on repeating it.
But there is no other way, sir. Whereas I have no other instrument.
Because
Then the words are free.
just one second. Unless until you become quiet, till you are taking your focus is outside.
So you suggest that I sit quietly in front of him.
And don't sit. Whatever he wanted to communicate, he will communicate. And try to understand and digest what he is going to communicate to you.
Why is it unpalatable what he is telling?
If you keep your transistor off and said, I can't hear BBC, I can't hear Voice of Women, it's your fault. Open your transistor, keep quiet, then all the station will be there.
Keep it tuned.
Keep it tuned.
Thank you, sir, for giving me some hope.
Boy,
See, Brahmachari Baba, great.
now you look at my phone. Sir, where is the money you promised? I have to come up with 1,50,000 rupees.
Very soon, sir.
Only you send me the check only.
No, for my
And you
ticket.
are no good.
No, for my ticket. Huh?
Never expected to receive.
Baba, it is so
One
costly.
ticket. One ticket.
Please ask him.
What, sir?
1,50,000 it costs down to Guru Baba.
No other expenses.
Out of
Alright,
overhead.
sir.
You ever bothered about expenses, everything is happening,
Never.
then why
You
not?
see, one thing is, but because he's promising me a torrential rain of money,
Oh,
this gentleman who is sitting next to me, it's drought here now. It's thrown rain.
When it is raining, you just want to drop one.
I don't know, how can there be a drought? What's that?
Even when it is raining.
Torrential, come on, what is it? What is it? What were you looking at? If this is not Vedanta, sir, Vedanta means put an end to Veda. If this is not putting an end to Vedanta,
Vedanta is not putting into Vedas, sir. It is gist of Vedas.
Just a Veda. Just.
Some and substance.
Sir, they were all acid heads.
ಎಲ್ಲ acid heads.
They drank large quantities
Acid
of so
heads,
much.
some are acid heads. Some are
They
acid heads.
were lying down there looking at the mountains, clouds, described, look at the beauty, look at this, look at the tree, look at the flower, watch the skies, clouds, listen to the river, acid heads. Bliss, beatitude, immensity, almighty. And you fall from that kind of it.
Where it has gone wrong, at what stage in the
Come on, where it went wrong? This line, according to you, says, if I say so, it is so. There is no power against that, you say. That's what this line says. I say so. It is so. It is so. This line. It is so. Not it is said.
No, whether it is right
It
or
is
wrong,
so.
no one can oppose it, that's what I said. I don't question the right or wrong of
No,
it.
sir, it is.
No one can question.
No, you say it is said.
So if a machine gun comes and shoots you,
Yes, sir.
Then you are resisting, you have a bulletproof waist there. So that's why that fellow found something else now to blow your face. What
Not
would,
it one. Time to-
what would is your waist? What's that?
So what is body is enclosed?
Hmm? That is already free, sir. It doesn't want freedom. It doesn't want anything you want. Not at all. What's that?
The way of escaping from it.
Why? You have a lot of money here in your firm. Where is all that money? Where are you? Quickly you have become a pauper.
50 is correct. Who are something that
Something else. Very difficult to be an ordinary man. You don't have to do a thing. Just ordinary. Regular guy.
Regular guy.
Okay guy, regular guy. You don't have to do a thing. These taking down notes, Swami?
Yes, sir. We will satisfy.
You are very soft. Since your father, no, you get all the silky things.
What? Swami, Benny. Oh, you are still here? And I wish I had money. When these thoughts are not there, money is never a problem.
We should inform.
So what is your wish and desire?
My wish is that I would like to stay. I don't like traveling.
No, now you are.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like traveling at all. People may think that I'm crazy. I don't know how many years I have been traveling since 1914 is what? Since 1932. I've never lived in any place for 6 months at a stretch. But the wish is that I would like to stay in one place. Will that wish be fulfilled?
So if you want that the wish to be fulfilled, you have to fulfill the wishes of all those people.
No. Then the question arises, where?
Where?
Then elimination process. Then where means the first India is eliminated.
No.
Where are you?
Yes.
Your soul is in our hands.
I don't have a soul, so there's no. You can't hold me here.
Yes, sir. Your shoe has got a soul.
Huh?
Your shoe has got a soul.
My shoe has got a soul, but I don't use
You can put this kind of heart. His soul is also got in the air.
He will get out of the shoe.
That's the only thing.
And catch.
So what are the chances? You said that I will die outside of India.
Probably so, if you behave like this, you'll have to die also.
Nobody will Nobody will come.
As we are telling.
ఇంకోటి చెప్పాడు ఆయన
మీరేం చెప్పినారు?
ఆస్ట్రోఫామిస్ట్ వచ్చాడు.
Is
You will die.
Huh?
ఏం చెప్పారు?
Are you astropharmacist?
He's not somebody can.
He let us have his promise, then he won't be there.
మీరేదో తమ్ముడు ఇంప్రెషన్ కావాలన్నారు.
My thumb impression is very precious. It's not so easy to get my thumb impression.
You are illiterate, you will have to put a thumb in there.
Yes, very soon. That thumb impression proves that I am not illiterate.
Such illiterate persons are virtuous. Rama, Govinda,
అందుకే వెరీ ప్రెషర్. ఇండియాలో ఏం లేదు కదా మీకు.
ఎక్కడా లేదు నాకు.
ఇంకేమి బాధే.
That nobody can use my thumb impression to get anything. Tell me.
ఎక్కడ పోయారని చెప్పారు?
Huh?
అందరూ చెప్తున్నారు అవుట్ సైడ్ ఇండియా.
Outside India నేను చచ్చిపోయిన తర్వాత నేను చచ్చిపోయిన తర్వాత 10 రోజులు కానీ ఎవరికి తెలియదు నేను చచ్చిపోయాను.
ఇది అట్లంతా జరగదు.
అందుకే ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళొద్దు అంటున్నామండి. మీకు ఏం కావాలో అన్ని ప్రొవిజన్స్ ఇస్తాం.
ఒక ఆవిడ చెప్పింది
ఎక్కడైనా సరే.
ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో ఒక ఆవిడ చెప్పింది నెవర్ డోంట్ యు స్టే ఇన్ ఇండియా ఫర్ ఎవర్ దెన్ యూ విల్ నాట్ డై షీ సెడ్. You know why? No, because that pharmacist said he will not die in India. The only way to keep you alive forever is to put you in India and see that you don't go wrong.
మంచిది గుడ్ ఇట్స్ గుడ్.
It is there on the video cassette.
Yeah, that's good.
ఆ పని చేయండి.
Huh? This is the reason why I have to go. Bad weather here, hot, stuffy, sticky, muddy.
హోల్ బిల్డింగ్ ఏసీ చేస్తామండి.
ఇది మరి బాగుంది. హోల్ బిల్డింగ్
ఏసీ
ఏసీ
చేస్తాం ఉండండి. బయటకు వెళ్ళే పనే లేదు.
కరెంట్ అయిపోతే అప్పుడు
ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ జనరేటర్ పెడితే ఎప్పుడు అదే ఉంది.
అంత చేసిన తర్వాత
మీకు చల్లగా అక్కడ ఉన్నట్టుగా చేస్తాం.
అన్ని రెడీ చేసి వెళ్ళిపోతాను. ఇప్పుడంతా అన్ని తిన్నామన్న దాకా రిపేర్లు అంతా ఇప్పుడు ఇంకెవరిని చూడండి రిపేర్ అని చెప్పి
Adhyatmika, I understand.
Any changes?
every day.
రియలీ చేంజింగ్.
philosophical circles during the days of animals.
Sir, he is very close to Tota Subbarao.
ఎవరు
Angirala Subbarao, your grandfather.
నాకు తెలియదు ఎవరు సంగ్రాల సుబ్బారావు ఎవరు
One of the founder member of DRC, sir. He was the name of
టి సుబ్బారావు ఎక్కడ కనుక్కున్నారు మీరు
I referred to that Mahatma letter.
I see.
I met such people and I got that Mahatma letter. Angirala Subbarao,
Avunu.
he was very close to that Madam Blavatsky and another.
My grandfather knew
Yes.
Colonel
He's
Alcott.
from Kakinada. He used to stay in Triplicate.
T. Subbarao was a very famous man.
But his name was not. No. Nobody knows. His founder member. Actually, yes, they donated a lot of money. T. Subbarao.
My grandfather also donated a lot of money. For the World University, he gave 25,000 in 1920s. Tarvata Central Hindu College, Theosophical College, Madanapalli Theosophical College, Rishi Valley, he gave a lot of money. My grandfather.
You are saying your grandfather?
When he came to Madras, he was hurt because they introduced him as the grandson of
Other way around.
the grandfather introduced each-other in
Me
Then he
grandfather.
was not really hurt, it was funny.
Your grandfather.
Natural and
Uji's grandfather.
Uji's grandfather and came and
Uji was famous those days.
Yes, Uji's grandfather.
Uji
తర్వాత
was
గుడివాడ అయితే ఆయన గ్రాండ్ సన్
Grandson.
వాట్ ఇస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్
So we have no identity of our own.
No, this is a lot easier to introduce people. Why should he
Was
be
he hurt,
upset?
sir?
No, your grandfather.
He was not hurt.
was
It looked
not
funny to
happy.
me. It looked funny to me
But
when they introduced him as Uji's grandfather. And so when I am there in Gudivada, so then one very strange thing I will tell you. And my grandfather used to write to retired Peter, Theosophical Society Lane, ఇవన్నీ ఆయన అడ్రస్ లో లెటర్స్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు అరవజాస్త్రం రోడ్ నాకు తెలియదు అది నా లెటర్స్ యూజీ కృష్ణమూర్తి గుడివాడ వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ యూ గెట్ లెటర్స్ యూజీ కృష్ణమూర్తి గుడివాడ లుక్ ఎట్ మీ ఐఎమ్ రిటైర్డ్ ప్లేటర్ ఐఎమ్ ఫేమస్
Land of man from
గుడివాడ అండ్ బట్ అడిగాడు సింపుల్ ఐ గివ్ 5 rupees టు ది పోస్ట్ మ్యాన్
స్ట్రైట్ ఫార్వర్డ్.
దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ ఫేమస్ టు ది పోస్ట్ ఇద్దరు ఉంటారు కదా ఇద్దరికి ఒక 5 రూపాయలు కాలేజ్ అటెండెన్స్ కూడా అంతే అప్పుడెంత కాలేజ్ ఫీజు 60 రూపాయలు ఎంత ఉండేది లాంగ్ టర్మ్ యూనివర్సిటీలో 30 రూపీస్ షార్ట్ టర్మ్ టోటల్ 90 రూపీస్ ఓ 10 రూపాయలు అక్కడ క్లార్క్ హూ ఇస్ ఇన్ చార్జ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ అటెండెన్స్ ఎవ్రీ టర్మ్ వాడు అటెండెన్స్ ఒకసారి ది క్వశ్చన్ ఆఫ్ ప్రమోటింగ్ మీ ఫ్రమ్ థర్డ్ ఆనర్స్ టు సెకండ్ ఆనర్స్ టు థర్డ్ ఆనర్స్ అని అంటారు వాళ్ళు all the professors from all departments gather and review the case. And my professor said, he's a bright boy, ఎందుకంటే దాంట్లో every time absent. I never attended classes, never attended any examinations, quarterly, half yearly, yearly, no examination. Then, he recommended, subject to the satisfactory attendance, he may be promoted to third honor. Then poor fellow, he went and checked. My attendance was full. Surprise. He asked me next day, how do you manage it? Because I had a reputation. 5 students ఉండేవాళ్ళం. We called 4.5 students. Because if I attended the classes in the morning, I absented myself in the afternoon. If I attended 2 days, 5 days, I was absent. So he always said, I have only 4.5 students. He was surprised. Then I told him this story. I paid that fellow there 10 rupees. Dharam. Then he said, you are supposed to be a student of ethics. How can you do this kind of thing? That is the ethical way of getting. This story, this is the side that must be brought out. Not, yes sir, exactly. I wrote it. I had written this. Not about, no, this also I don't know. Not only this one, they had to give, they used to give some progress reports. A progress report to the chairman. That particular day I did, week I did, term I know not లేకపోతే తర్వాత గడి వేస్తున్నాడు ప్రోగ్రెస్ రిపోర్ట్ ఐ డి నాట్ టెల్ ఎనీ ఐ స్ట్రక్ ఆఫ్ పేరెంట్ ఆర్ గార్డియన్ అని ఉంటుంది 2 స్ట్రైక్ చేసేసి స్టూడెంట్ అని పెట్టి సంతకం పెట్టించేసాను అన్ని absent 8 సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి మాకు. ఎస్ఏ, సైకాలజీ, ఎథిక్స్, థియరీ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్, ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ ఉంటాయేవో. అద్వైత వేదాంత వాజ్ మై స్పెషల్ సబ్జెక్ట్. అదాన్ తర్వాత దట్ క్లార్క్ ప్లేస్ దిస్ బిఫోర్ ద ప్రిన్సిపల్
And the student assigned
himself. He forged, he said. Then I told the principal, he called the principal. What is this? That's what it says, I told him. I was never worried about all this. So I have not forged it. So I said student and signed it. So you must have somebody who should know that your progress is wonderful. You never appeared for any examinations all these 2 years. And record shows that you did not quarterly appear, quarterly, half-yearly. And then you say, then you have to get this assigned to somebody. I said, I don't have anybody. I am myself the master. Then I am going to fine 20 rupees. Now it's no problem. I'll give a check on the Imperial Bank of India for that amount. Check. I'll give a check on it. It wouldn't hurt anybody. This fine, you can have 50 rupees. It wouldn't hurt anybody. So I'll give a check right away. Then he was taking it. No, you have to get this. Somebody, there must be somebody in your family who should know. I said, don't bother about it. Then I went away and said, why are you attending these classes? He asked me. For want of a better occupation. I don't even know what to do with myself. That's why I attended this class. And 2 days after that girl died. The principal. The Pachapar college. Pachapar, we had 3 different classes. University. Mahadevan became the head of the Madras University.
Bose was psychologist. Bose.
Not Bose. Bose.
Yes.
Bose. ఆయనతో కాంటాక్ట్ లేదు. ఒకసారి ఉన్నాడో చచ్చిపోయాడు. My classmate, I think, became a professor. I don't know. చచ్చిపోయాడు.
You never felt insecure. Did you ever feel insecure in your life?
Sir, one thing I knew, money would give me security.
That is
Never felt insecure.
Money you have to take care of. How much money? That's for you to decide. మా తాత అమ్మమ్మ ఓ రోజున I was 10 or 12 years రా కూర్చో అన్నారు. అక్కడి నుంచి ఇద్దరు దేర్ లేట్ 60s or 70s, I don't know. Discourse, మీరు చచ్చిపోతాం వన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ డేస్, యూ విల్ బి లెఫ్ట్ వితౌట్ ఎనీబడి. అంతా విన్నాను. వీ విల్ బి బోర్న్ అగైన్ యాజ్ యువర్ చిల్డ్రన్. దేర్ వోంట్ బి ఎనీ బ్రేక్ అంతా చెప్పారు కదా. వీ విల్ బి బోర్న్ అగైన్ యాజ్ యువర్ చిల్డ్రన్ ఆర్ గ్రాండ్ చిల్డ్రన్. అంతా విని ఐ హ్యావ్ హ్యాడ్ ఎనఫ్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఇన్ దిస్ లైఫ్. ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ యూ గైస్ యాజ్ మై చిల్డ్రన్ ఆర్ గ్రాండ్ చిల్డ్రన్. యూ కెన్ గో, బట్ 12 ఏళ్ళో 10 ఏళ్ళో ఉంటాయి. పోతే పో, డబ్బు మాత్రం బాగా ఇచ్చిపోయింది.
నాటగారు నాడి శాస్త్ర ప్రకారం చనిపోయే ఒక ఇన్సిడెంట్ ఉంది సార్.
64లో ఆయన చచ్చిపోయింది.
గ్రాండ్ ఫాదర్ అదే చనిపోయే ముందు ఆయన చనిపోతున్నాను, అరే అధికారి చనిపోతున్నాను, మరి నువ్వు ఎట్లా చదువుకుపోతావు అంటే నాకేం పర్వాలేదు, నా డబ్బులు ఇచ్చిపోతుంది చెప్పి అదొక ఇన్సిడెంట్ ఉంది లైఫ్ లో. అది కాకుండా ఇంకోటి అనమాట.
ఇది ఎప్పుడో చిన్నప్పుడు మై ఓన్లీ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ వాజ్ మనీ అండ్ హీ వాజ్ మై సోర్స్. అందుకనే చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చెబుతుండేవాడిని, యూనో ఇది నా డబ్బు, అది మై మదర్స్ మనీ, వాట్ హ్యావ్ యూ టు స్టే అండ్ నో నో ఐ యామ్ ది గాడ్ గివింగ్ ఫర్ గాడ్. మై మదర్స్ మనీ, ఐ హావ్ ఎ రైట్, ఐ హావ్ టు హావ్ మనీ. లేకపోతే దాంట్లో తీసేసుకుంటాను, నువ్వు దొంగంట అవుతారు.
మీరు శివానంద ఆశ్రమంలో అప్పుడు చెప్పినప్పుడు 7 years
కంటిన్యూస్ గానే ఎక్కడా లేదు.
కంటిన్యూస్ గా లేరు,
ఆన్ అండ్ ఆఫ్. కృష్ణమూర్తి కూడా ఆన్ అండ్ ఆఫ్ కానీ నెవర్ స్టేట్ దే.
ఫస్ట్ మెట్ కృష్ణమూర్తి 1947.
1947 when he returned from
53 లో asked me a question. You have not asked any question in 47, 53.
No, in 1953 also, after that there was the next day, after I sent that question, he stopped in the middle and went away before answering the question. And somebody told him that it was I who sent that question. The next day, మార్నింగ్ డిస్కషన్స్ లో ఉండేవి అక్కడ. I used to sit always at the end so that I could slip out near the door. తర్వాత there was some question and there was a stalemate. Nobody asked any question. At that time, he never asked anybody. First time.
First time.
It happened that way.
Ah.
He suddenly pointed out to somebody and asked him, what do you have to say, sir? He asked it. So one fellow, old man who was sitting in front of me, said, try to say something. Not you, sir, the gentleman sitting behind.
About you.
About me. So then he dragged me into the conversation. Our conversation went on for 3 days. He never allowed anybody to butt into
Between you and him.
between me and if anybody tried to say, no, we are going to thrash out the whole thing between us both. I
3
don't
days,
want-
I mean,
3 days, 3 mornings, 3 mornings. And then on the 4th day, you see, he started talking about subconscious, unconscious, and all that kind of a thing, suddenly, in the course of some discussion. Then I stopped and looked here. For me, there is no such thing as unconscious and subconscious. Why? Even the consciousness is questionable to me.
Even then you
Even then, I question consciousness. So why are you talking of this subconscious and unconscious? I asked. This was a discussion meeting. And then he said, I know for you and me, there is no such thing as subconscious and unconscious.
Very clever.
And for them, then you have no business, you have no business to use me as a sounding board and talk to them. This is the end of our conversation. I am not going to participate in it. Then my friend, a common friend, L.V. Bhave in Bombay, such word. It was he who organized these meetings in Bombay and he invited him from America. He paid for his travel expenses and all. He said, look here, you both have to meet and thrash out. I said, I don't want to meet him. I have nothing to talk. I don't have any personal problems with him. So there is no point in discussing with him at all. So whatever he's saying there on the platform. There is no, it's different. So let us both get together, he said. Then he arranged an interview with Krishnamurti. Bhave in Madras, 1953. And then I said, I don't want to see him. I never went to anybody for my personal problems.
For 40 days in a row, when did you discuss with Krishna?
From then on.
40 days.
More, I suppose. I was 20.
35, sir, 35.
35. పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు. పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు.
35.
Maybe ఎన్నాళ్ళు ఉంటారు ఇక్కడ మీరు?
తెలుసు సార్, నేను ఉంటాను, 2 days ఉంటాను.
ఎందుకంటే some of these things about Krishnamurti, I must talk.
Yes, sir.
You see, I have
I am not supporting, sir. I am
Not
not writing.
supporting కాదు.
I am not
Supporting
writing
కాదు.
that you have to influence the Krishnamurti.
Not that.
I am blasting according
No,
to due line of thought.
don't blast him.
No.
But
At that
the
time.
conversations between him and both, we
Yes.
were discussing with this lawyer.
Present them.
They are very interesting, he said. But I discussed this with him because I am considering whether it should be published in Mahesh Bhatt's biography. Because I don't want to talk about Krishnamurti at all. And I don't want him to deal with that. But he says that is very essential.
Mahesh.
No, the Sushil Kumar.
Sushil,
He says that is very essential because what you have to say and what you discuss with Krishnamurti, they are very important.
It is there that recorded in.
No, maybe there are some records, but
But I have referred to Hindu magazines, Hindu paper, to some friend. You could not get, sir, at that time, at your time.
no,
notice.
What we discussed and how we parted company would be of some great interest, he said. Great interest. If it comes out, otherwise I can't sit and talk. Now you ask.
I know.
I cannot sit and talk about my past. When I talk, I don't even know whether I'm talking about my past or somebody else's, your past. I don't know.
Sir, one thing I would like to ask you, sir. That in 1953, you have underwent some experience, the death experience.
Not the fear I experience.
No, sir, death experience.
That is not, yes, a mystical experience.
No, whatever it was.
Yes.
You
We
told
were-
me in Bombay, sir.
Yes, while we were discussing the subject of death.
Sir, few moments.
Moments, fraction of a second. That's so frightening. So it sucks everything inside of you. You
Yes.
dare not go through that.
So, then after that, you told me that you have been changed. In what
Not
manner?
changed
Some
means
change, some
the whole lifestyle has changed.
lifestyle, yes.
I walked out of the Theosophical Society. I walked out on Krishnamurti.
Krishnamurti.
My family relationships were completely different
In
from
that
them
way.
in that way. And then if I wanted, I could have built a tremendous worldwide organization.
At the time.
at that time, far superior to any organization that anybody.
1953 itself.
53 based upon that experience.
I see.
Then suddenly I realized this is a second-hand information, third-hand information. What is the point? I would have been able to interpret the text much more brilliantly than anybody in that time. So I was not interested in that kind of a thing. This cannot be it. There, one help I got from Krishnamurti, in the sense, the next day I went to him and talked to him in very poetic, romantic
Of course, that
language.
is natural with him.
Yeah,
That is
I-
natural. You.
About my experience. 1 hour we talked
About your experience.
about my experience.
Ah.
In poetic language, very romantic language, far superior to that of his own language. గంట సేపు కూర్చుని విన్నాడు, ఏమీ మాట్లాడలేదు.
కృష్ణమూర్తి గారు.
కృష్ణమూర్తి విన్నాడు. గంట సేపు అయిన తర్వాత సడన్లీ he said, if it is true,
You have to wait and
no,
see.
if it is true it will operate. These were his words.
Ah.
If it is true it will operate.
Operate.
If it is false it will fade away. You see, then I concluded that it was only a mystical experience for him.
You are concluded?
That what his own experience did not go beyond mystical experience. That was my conclusion from what he said. So he built the whole thing based upon that petty little experience of his. Then I rejected that experience and then walked out and said, this fellow cannot be of any help. If it is true, it will operate. If it is false, it will fade away. He said. You know, like Ramana Maharshi said something. So that was the end of Krishnamurti. End.
Again in Bombay, just you were going to America.
Huh?
You are,
So that was because of my boy's
by
healing and all that.
healing. And he said you are searching for a dark cat in a
I told him.
in Pluto. Then he said, no, it is there.
You can say that I don't see any cat there.
So again you have made 60s. In
61.
61.
I met him for the last time.
That is Bhave, because Bhave asked you to
Go and
go there.
see.
You want to discuss your personal problem.
No, not my son's.
Son's.
What progress? Because he was disappointed that his attempts to heal him
Yeah.
failed totally.
Then afterwards he wants to discuss
He
your
wanted to
personal
discuss,
problem.
not personal problem. He heard about my wife and her tragic situation here from people that I deserted and all that. Then you see, suddenly he asked me, why are you trying to detach yourself from your family? Unexpectedly he threw that question at me. Because I talked to him about our stay in America. ఆ ఉత్తరాలు ఉండి చూసారా మీరు? ఆయన రాసింది.
చూడలేదు, చెప్పండి.
తర్వాత I don't know what I was saying. So you don't know anything about me.
Detachment.
You don't know anything about me.
Yes, I
So there is no point in our discussing this at all. I am not trying to practice detachment. It is finished. Totally finished. Nothing in the world can bring us together anymore. It's finished. Then he said, shall we go into the question of why you are not attached?
Attached.
Then I got wild. I mean, not literally wild. There is a saying in Telugu. ఒకటే మందు నీది.
Mantra.
Somebody is hit by a lightning and he is dying. And somebody else is, because he cannot swallow, is choked to death. కుడికి బియ్యానికి ఒకటే
ఒకే
మందు
మందు.
నీది. I don't want to waste my time. We have had enough of this kind of dialogue. I don't want to know. దాన్ని ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేసి చెప్పాను. కుడికి బియ్యానికి ఒకటే మందు.
సరే, వర్షం వస్తున్నప్పుడు
Hop in, he said.
కారు ఆపేసి ఐ విల్ గివ్ లిఫ్ట్ అని.
I said, I don't want, I like to walk in the rain. Suit yourself, అన్నాడు. చంద్రశేఖర్ దగ్గర maybe he has some material. Because I talked about this so much things. ఇక్కడ కూర్చుంటే spontaneous.